In this video, I'll show you guys exactly how I made a cinematic ethnic soundtrack for Madara from Naruto. I'll walk you through all the different melodies I used, the instruments, the drums, and any nifty tips and tricks that I may have incorporated when I was creating this track. If you're new here, my name is Sanjith and my goal with this channel is to create a promotional channel for producers, artists, musicians, composers, and so on. I'm making this video for the beginner to intermediate music producer or composer. Trust me when I say that I've been at that place where I just wanted to get better at making music, so I hope that through this video, you'll be able to learn something that you can apply to your own music to make it even better. For this specific character, I knew that I needed something dark, evil sounding, and powerful, because that's a lot of the emotions that he conveys. This entire song kind of just branched off of this melody that I played on actually a stock bagpipe sound in Logic Pro X. And so once I was able to put down this melody, it became a really good foundation for the rest of the song. In addition to the bagpipe, I also used an Irish fiddle, a Turkish zither, and an Irish bouzouki, which serve as a double to the main melody of the song. These instruments also play a sort of rendition when the bagpipe itself isn't present. A trick I used here was actually hard panning two of these instruments. Specifically, I hard panned the Irish fiddle and the Irish bouzouki. What this allows us to do is put each instrument in its own space in the stereo space, and it makes it sound like there are actually three players playing it, and it overall just sounds a lot more realistic. If you want to take this a step further as far as realism, what you can do is Control A to select all the notes, MIDI transform. If you go to humanize and hit operate only, what this will do is slightly nudge the notes off beat and slightly alter their velocities to make it seem like an actual human was playing them. The guitars for this song cover the main chordal structure. I have two pairs playing here. One player that plays longer notes, and I have another that plays shorter notes, and they play in different parts of the song. I've implemented the same trick here where I've hard panned the guitars to each their own stereo space, but something different I've done this time is I've actually pushed one of the guitars slightly off beat. And what this allows me to do is differentiate when the notes are hitting, and it makes it seem a lot more realistic, similar to what we were doing with our stringed instruments. As far as the drums, I've not only used orchestral sounds, but also used an array of African sounds to create this drum kit. In this kit I have a timpani, a snare, another snare, a rolling tom, a beat ring, some bamboo stick hits, high and low taiko, all stock from Logic by the way. Some tin toms, and then this is my African percussion. And this is what it sounds like with everything put together. A trick that I've done here that you can implement into your own music is changing certain sounds patterns throughout the song. So you can see that here in the main chorus of the song, I'm having the beat ring play just 8th notes. But then when we come over to a slower part of the song, I have it play a more staggered pattern. And even though these differences are very hard to notice in the grand scheme of things, they still subconsciously register in your listener's mind and serves as a good way to keep your song going and keep it changing rather than sounding very repetitive. I have a couple different textures and effects from Alchemy. On top of this, I also have a very low subby impact that hits on most downbeats of the song. I got this impact for free from Cymatics, who make really great sample packs, and a lot of them are free, so if you guys want to check them out, I'll leave a link in the description for you to do that. Again, this video is not sponsored, they're just a very great company if you guys want to check them out. Additionally, I also have a downer, a symbol transition, and some voice lines.
Uchiha. Madara.
And so now I'll start to go over the different arrangement tricks that I've used that you can incorporate into your own music. In the intro of the song, the staccato electric guitars are pushed to the back and slowly rise into the front of the mix. This builds anticipation for the next part of the song. In order to do this, I exported out the MIDI, then I dragged it into position, then I added a low pass filter, and automated it to slowly let all the high frequencies go until the next part of the song. I've also done this with the drums, except this time I've also added a reverb that slowly fades out until the song drops. This next trick I call the melody shift, and I do this in the chorus of this song. If you look at the main melody in the chorus, you'll see that it lasts a total of 8 bars long, right? However, 4 bars play that foundational melody, and instead of just repeating that for the next 4 bars, I instead play the same foundational pattern on a higher register. If you've ever been at that point where you finished a song but you actually wanted it to last longer than the amount you have, a great trick to implement is what I'm about to show you right now. I call this the melody shift at the end. In this song, I changed the melody at the last 20 seconds in order to keep the energy going while introducing something new. The key to doing this trick without making it seem like you're really trying to push your song to its limits is to just make a melody that really suits the tone of the song that you already had. My final and probably most favorite trick that I'm going to give you guys in this video is actually what I call the impact fill. During the last phrase of my songs, there's a bit of a pause in the drums, but instead of it being just silence, I've added an impact to make up for that. Any impact could work, but I happen to choose a downer. Ultimately, this just lets the drums hit a little bit harder. Since I've been having the drums play out for almost this entire song, the listener definitely needs a bit of a break if you want that same energy to be kept up, and a great way to do this is by incorporating a quick fill like this. So I hope you guys were able to learn something new from this video. If you've gotten this far, I'm very impressed with you because you are truly one of those people that want to get better at their craft, and I respect you for that. And so as a reward, I've created a free PDF that you guys can download in the description below. It'll cover all the tips that I've discussed in this video, and it'll save you a lot of time if you can go to it and refer back. If you like this video, leave a comment on what I should do next, and with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.